we have got a special guest on the line with us, and his name is Randy Bonner, and it is the 247movement.org. Randy is going to tell us about what that movement is about, and really, I can tell you from just a little bit, promoting safe driving habits, especially to our youth. Randy, welcome to Sport Talk here on the Talk Monster. We appreciate you, and just talk about the 247movement.org and what you guys are trying to accomplish.
Well, thank you so much for sharing some time with us today. We're grateful for the opportunity, and we're grateful for C-Mark, Warren and Griffin for helping to get this set up.
Yes. Definitely.
Our story started on Christmas evening 2022. Dustin and Brittany Dillard up in Cleveland, Tennessee, their sons were headed to a final Christmas celebration with family and with friends. And en route, on Christmas Day, their vehicle was struck head-on by a drunk driver. And Dustin and Brittany, both 33 years of age, they lost their lives. While their three young sons sustained life-threatening injuries. Pryor was age 2, and Pierce was age 4, and Preston was age 7. The two oldest boys were airlifted to Erlanger Hospital, and they were not expected to make it that first night in the hospital. But by God's grace and the actions of the first responders, the medical team, they survived. And regained their health and a new normality of life. So to honor the memory of Dustin and Brittany, the family and friends, we've started the 24/7 movement, just a nonprofit organization that seeks to prevent drunk, drugged, and distracted driving. And our hope is to inspire and motivate and assist others in just making good choices. 24 hours, 7 days a week. But the significance of those numbers, it's also the ages of the boys at the time of the crash, 2, 4, and 7.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you guys have a bunch of schools that are kind of partnering with you to promote what you got going on. Of course, Warren and Griffin, the exclusive sponsor of the Friday Night Lights safe driving campaign. They've always had the don't text and drive type of public service announcements for a number of years now. I couldn't even tell you when they started that. So this is right up the alley of teaching and promoting safe driving habits, especially for our youth, and catching them at an early age when they first get their driver's license, right?
That's right. Well, the leading cause of death among teenagers is driving crashes, and the leading cause of driving crashes for teenagers is driving under the influence. And then you've got speeding, you've got driving without your seatbelt buckled, and then you've also got driving with your cell phone. All of those are a major contributor as to why it's the leading cause of death with our students. And Brittany Dillard was a school teacher at Walker Valley High School, and Dustin was a football player, had played 4 years at Walker Valley and was an assistant coach for 4 years. So we just have a natural tendency to want to gravitate towards our youth because they are in so much danger and the choices they face, are real every day. And we're just trying to encourage them that, hey, start young, start developing those healthy habits at the very beginning. And then our partnership with Warren and Griffin and the way they reach out to the community and all they do with distracted and impaired driving. It's just a great partnership with the 18 schools that we're involved with on Friday nights during high school football season.
Randy, do you know, obviously cell phones have been around for a while now. I would think there's an element to this that is hard to detect, but do you know if we are making progress on putting down cell phones, especially kids of that age, when it comes to driving?
I think it's changing a culture. And slowly, but there's a whole lot more that's to be done. It's like when the emphasis started years ago about, hey, it's so important for you to buckle up. Well, that didn't happen overnight. It took years and years and years. And now they say that 90% of those drivers that get into a vehicle and their passengers will buckle up. Well, we're nowhere close to that when it comes to driving with your cell phone. it's a hazard. But it's changing a culture one day at a time, one person at a time, and we've just got to start each family, each driver on their own. And passengers can help. Yeah, hey, let me look up whatever you're trying to find. Let me make that phone call. Let me send that text. And then the best way is just to put your phone on, do not disturb while you're driving, so they get an automatic notification that you're driving. And whoever's trying to contact you will probably appreciate it. You're trying to be safe on the road. But it is a big problem, and there's a lot more that needs to be done.
So we're encouraging folks to go check out your website, the247movement.org, the247movement.org, and that should give them all the information, right, Randy?
Yes, sir. And we are, this Friday night, we're going to be at 2 high schools. We'll be at Polk County High School. We'll have a team there, and we'll be at Hickson High School. And we'll have a couple of more nights where Warren and Griffin, they go all out, and they have a presence with us. There are sponsors for all the T-shirts at 18 different schools. We're throwing out shirts at all those different Friday night football games, every single home game for those 18 schools in our region that say choices matter, buckle up, phone down, drive sober. And then our sponsor, Ward and Griffin, is there with us as well. And they advocate never text and drive, and they have a spinning wheel for a couple of the big games we're going to be doing where you spin the wheel and you get a great prize if you take their never text and drive pledge. And so we just encourage people at any of these schools, check us out on our Facebook, on Instagram. Warren and Griffin, they post the games we're doing together, and we have a couple of big games coming up that they're going to be with us at the Bradley-Cleveland crosstown rivalry game, and then the Walker Valley Ray County football game at the end of the season.
There'll be a ton of people at both of those games for sure.
Goodness.
What about groups like churches or things like that? Would you guys do presentations for any kind of group like that?
We do. The Dillard family, Brittany and Dustin, they were a family of faith. They were on their way to celebrate the birth of Christ, but we do a lot of church presentations, and we're able to share a little bit a different side of the story, about God's goodness through all of this, turning tragedy into something that has brought hope and possibly change. And then we do a lot of school assemblies. We all these schools that we do the Friday Night Lights at, we actually have been in those schools and have done assemblies, and we do safe driving program days where we go and we set up for a whole day and take juniors and seniors through some driving courses and some skills, some knowledge that help them become good drivers. But, you can find out more about us by going to our website.
I didn't know the family, but I do remember that news coming on that tragic day, and just, threw up some thoughts and prayers to the big guy upstairs when I heard that story, and I just couldn't imagine those kids. So I hope they're doing as good as they possibly can. And I know you guys are supporting them and surrounding them with a bunch of love. And this turning this from a tragic situation into something that can be helpful for other people certainly is God's plan here. And you guys are just excellent at executing it.
Well, we appreciate that. There's been so many doors that have been opened, and we're grateful, and we know that there's a higher power behind all of this that has been making this happen. And those 3 boys, they're often at some of these games with us, and they're our heroes. The 2 oldest were not expected to make it, as I mentioned earlier, but
right.
They're a delight to be around. They're loved by their Nani and by their Poppy. Those are Dustin's parents that are raising the 3 boys. But when you come and visit us at one of our booths, good chance that you might meet some of the family and fall in love with those boys instantly. There's something special about those boys and about this family, but God's using it in a powerful way.
Once again, the website is the247movement.org, the247movement.org. Randy, we appreciate your time this afternoon and certainly wish you all the best, and keep doing the good work.
Thanks, Randy.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
You got it. Thank you. There's Randy Bonner with 24/7 Movement, the247movement.org. Obviously, I mean, you can drive the interstate, do it every day, twice, and you can see craziness out there. I mean, just in the, gosh, I don't know, however long it is from here to the Ringgold exit, and you just see people on their phones, people driving 95, weaving in and out of. I mean, it's just crazy. The fact that people don't realize that you can die so quickly out there. I mean, golly. So anyway, that's if you guys want to be a part of that or donate to their cause, again, the247movement.org.